Hi guys, very important word. See, some of y'all think that the gang stalkers are just online. They're just like, hacking the phones and all that. That's not all they do, okay? A lot of these gang stalkers, they're also related to the spiritual realm. Like, they're working for the dark side, okay? Which means some of these gang stalkers, they physically are helping those who are spiritual gang stalkers, so like they team up together. So you'll see some physical gang stalkers who also have spiritual gifts, but then you'll see spiritual gang stalkers who also, who are physical, but they have like spiritual gifts too, whatever. But then there's some gang stalkers who are physical, but they don't have spiritual gifts, but they help those who have the spiritual gifts. Do you get it? Do you get what I'm saying? I hope it makes sense. I hope I'm not confusing y'all. But the point of me saying this is, they work with a lot of people, okay? And just like you'll see prophets in different careers, you'll see people that work for the dark side in different careers, okay? That's why you have like dirty cops, you'll have like, dirty people in the legal system who are very dirty. You'll see dirty people in the bank doing fraud, things like that, right? So the point of me saying this is a lot of you guys, there's spiritual principalities that are fighting against you, fighting against your purpose, right? Some of these gang stalkers, they work in a doctor's office. They work in the school industry. They work in the legal industry, the legal departments. They work in your grocery store. They work in banks. Like, they work in different areas, right? And when there is someone that is up against you, and this is like an authority person who has spiritual gifts, they will have specific people that are assigned to you. Okay, the devil will have specific people assigned to you. And basically some of these people, their mission is to block you. So what I'm saying with this is, some of you guys, you may go to like a bank and you may be going to apply for like a mortgage or something, and when you went to apply for the mortgage, for some reason you're having all these problems with this bank and you don't know why they're trying to block you, yet you have all the qualifications like everybody else. But for some reason, when it comes to your application, there's something wrong. When it comes to your application, there's problems, and you may have someone filling out your application for you or helping you fill it out, and they're purposely not putting the right things in because they don't want you to get approved, right? Same concept with like, signing up for school or something like that. There may be someone in the school department that may take your application and may do something to your application so you don't get accepted, or they may not even send your application in, right? For example, do you guys remember that movie A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff? And remember how she applied for school? And she applied for Princeton and she got an acceptance letter, except her stepmom hid the acceptance letter, I think she hid it or threw it in the trash somewhere. I don't know what she did with it. She hid it or something. And she typed up a fake letter saying that she wasn't accepted. So that way that when Hilary Duff got the fake letter, she would think or have this impression that she wasn't accepted for Princeton, which meant that she would have to now rely on working in the diner to continue. Like, that's basically like her plans are surrounded by the diner or whatever, right? Revolved around working in the diner, right? So she has no other goals or hopes because she feels in her mind she didn't get accepted. Not realizing that she was accepted, but somebody was working against her to block her, to keep the paperwork from getting to her and from keeping her from going to university, to bettering her life, right? So that same concept, like, sometimes you'll have people against you and they'll be complete strangers, people that, are in certain areas. Like I said, the Department of Justice, the educational departments, even like when it comes to like your taxes, finances, things like that. Like, you may have people who are purposely trying to sabotage you behind the scenes. And what you don't understand is that you may see it like, what's going on? Why is this happening to me? Not realizing that specific person is being used by the enemy. And not only that, but they may have an understanding of your purpose. They may have an understanding of who you are. Just like we have destiny helpers that we've never met before, but when we see them, they already know who we are because God has already spoken to them about us. The devil speaks to his people ahead of time about us too. You get it? So I just want to say that if you're experiencing something like that, where when it comes to you, for some reason, it feels like your paperwork's always being sabotaged, or it always feels like something's going wrong, like somebody may do your taxes wrong, and, you may have, because of that, you may owe something, or you may not get the amount you're actually owed because they did it wrong. But a lot of these people are doing this stuff on purpose. Okay, so when you are around someone who is supposed to help you in like outside your home, like whatever you're going to, like any type of like organization, make sure that God has sent you to them. You get what I'm saying? Don't always take matters in your own hands. And sometimes what will happen is you may just make a decision, say, God, I feel this is the perfect person for me to go to, and not realizing that it isn't, but you may just think that, and then God may come in and say, no, this is not the person, and you may not be obedient, and then you may end up losing money because the person that you went to ended up being a fraud. You get what I'm saying? Or the person that you went to ends up trying to sabotage you, and you may be like, okay, God, where should I go? Wait for God to give you instructions about who to associate yourself with when it comes to anything external from your home, when it comes to like, documents, money, things like that, right? Ask God to give you the proper instructions on who to associate yourself with. Okay. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.